Well, hello everybody. Hope you've had a really lovely week, whatever you've been doing. So, my name is Katie, for those of you who don't know, and I'm one of the families, children's and youth workers at St Peter's Church. So if you've been following what we've been doing in the kids' activities the last few weeks, you'll have seen that we've been thinking about how special we are and how amazing we are in God's eyes. We've looked at the story of, here we go, picture, David and Goliath. And we thought about how David was really small and not really up to fighting the big, scary giant soldier called Goliath on his own. But do you remember what happened when David fought him? What happened to Goliath? That's right, David hit him right in the forehead and killed him. And that's because God was with him, and that meant that David wasn't afraid of things. And we said that David wasn't really anybody special. But with God, he was able to do amazing things. And killing Goliath was actually just one of them. He went on to be a king, but that's another story. Then we looked at the story of Moses and the burning bush. And we thought about how he felt that he wasn't really good enough to be chosen to lead God's people out of Egypt. But again, we said that because God was on his side, he was able to do amazing things. And we said that God thought he was more than good enough. And God thinks we're more than good enough too. And then at Messy Church Live on Monday, if any of you saw it, we thought about how we're all like bright shining stars. That we are all that special to God, we're like stars. And how we should all try and shine our goodness out to other people, just like Jesus did. Now, if you missed any of the previous talks or Messy Church, you can still view them on our YouTube channel. They're still there and you can catch up on all of them. Well, today it's the last in our sort of mini-series, and we're going to think about our talents and all the things we're good at and how we mustn't hide our talents, but shine them out to people and use our talents to do good things. So let's first of all have a look at what a talent is. I'm going to show you a fun little video clip of a Peppa Pig episode when they are having a talent show. So I hope you enjoy it.
Children, tomorrow is Talent Day.
What is a talent?
A talent is something you like doing and you're good at. My talent is playing the guitar.
I can't go to bed yet. I haven't got a talent to show tomorrow.
But you have lots of talents, Peppa.
Yes, I can skip. I can sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I can dance. It's hard to choose one talent. I am good at lots of things.
It is Talent Day.
Danny Dog?
I can bang a drum. I can bang it louder.
No, that was lovely, Danny.
I'm going to play the recorder.
And what is your talent, Rebecca?
I can make a special noise.
Candy, what is your talent?
Skipping. I was going to do skipping, but I can still do dancing and singing. My talent is singing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I can still do dancing.
Susie Sheep, what is your talent?
Dancing. No, you can't dance.
Oh dear, dancing was Peppa's last talent.
It is so nice that everyone has chosen a different talent to perform. Now, who do we have left? Peppa.
I was going to skip or sing or dance, but they've all been done.
A talent can be anything, Peppa.
But not watching television.
Think of something you really like to do.
I know. I've got a talent that I'm really good at.
I wonder what Peppa's talent can be.
My special talent that I'm the best at in the whole world is jumping up and down
Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
So I hope you enjoyed that. I always love a bit of Peppa Pig. So as Peppa Pig's teacher said, a talent is something that we enjoy or we're really good at. I wonder what your talents are. Maybe you're really amazing at dancing or singing, or maybe you're excellent at giving hugs or being kind to people. So I'm now going to tell you a story that Jesus told in the Bible. It's a story about a rich man who is a business owner, and he's going away on a trip. So he gives away lots of his bags of money to different people. To one person, he gives 5 bags of money or bags of gold. To one, he only gives 2, and to the other one, he gives 1. And he asks them to look after those bags of money whilst he's gone. Now, I've got a little video clip for you to watch to tell you a bit more about the story. It's called The Parable of the Talents.
According to Jesus' parable, a story that reveals something true, there once was a man who owned a business. He was going on a trip and wanted everything to be taken care of while he was away. So he chose 3 of his employees and said, "Okay, you're in charge while I'm gone." To the first person, he gave 5 bags of gold. To the second person, he gave 2 bags. And to the third person, he gave just 1 bag of gold. He told his employees to be responsible and do great things with what he'd given them. The person with 5 bags of gold worked hard and earned 5 more bags of gold. Wow, 10 bags? That's really great. The person with 2 bags of gold also showed responsibility and doubled what they'd been given. Do you know what 2 plus 2 is? That's right, 4. But the third person wasn't responsible. Instead of working hard, they buried the bag of gold they'd been given in the ground and waited for the boss to come back. When the business owner returned, he was thrilled with the first 2 people who had doubled what he left them. They showed that they could do great things. But the third person did nothing, and that disappointed the boss.
Wasn't that an interesting story? Now, many people have different ideas about what Jesus was exactly meaning when he told this story. One idea was that Jesus was thinking of the rich man as being a little bit like God, who gives us everything we have. So here is our original picture, and if we think of, I can take it off, we think of, the rich man as being a little bit like God, who gives us money. But God also gives us everything that we have. So not just money, but he gives us food, and he gives us our houses and our family, and he also gives us our talents, the things that we're really good at.
God might not give you bags of gold, but God has already given all of us so many good things. But God doesn't want us to waste what we've been given.
Now, in the story, was the business owner more pleased with the men who used their money and grew it to make more, or with the man who buried his money, his gifts, and never used it? Have a little think. Well, that's right. He was more pleased with the people who used their gifts of money and made more with them. So in the same way, if we think of the business owner a little bit like God, then God wants us to use all our gifts and talents that he's given to us. He wants us to practice them and make them better and use them for good things. He doesn't want us to bury them and not use them like that last man in the story. We should use our talents and not hide them away. And you mustn't be nervous either about using your talents, because God thinks they're amazing and he loves it when you try them, even if sometimes they go a bit wrong. So this parable is really all about using whatever God has given us wisely, whether that's our money or our natural gifts and talents. It's what we do with them that is so important. And it also doesn't matter what talents we have or how many of them we have, but how we use them that matters. If you remember in the story, the men were given different amounts of money, just like we're all given different talents. We're all good at different things. but it's what we do with them that's important.
God gives everyone different kinds of talents. Did you notice how not everyone got the same amount of money?
It's the same way with us and the talents God gives it to us.
Some people will be really smart, some people will be really strong, and some people will be really nice. They're all different, but they're all important.
Our talents grow when we use them wisely. In the story, the two guys who used their talents ended up with even more money.
When you use your talents, you'll be able to get better and better at those things.
But if you're not using your talents wisely, you can end up losing them.
So use your talents wisely and let them grow. Jesus wants us to use our talents, not bury them.
Now, do you remember at Messy Church, we had a story about Jesus telling us not to hide our lights in the darkness, but to let them shine out like stars to other people? Well, it's just like our talents. If you're good at something, then you should try to use it and try over and over again to make them even better. Now, I've had some fun making a bag of talents. And in it are lots and lots of talents, all hanging out together, all making quite a lot of noise. I can hear them now. I can hear, oh, what's that? I think it's some singing coming out of my bag of talents. Oh, wait, hang on, something else. Oh, it was a football being kicked, I'm sure. Oh, and if I listen really carefully, I can hear somebody reading. Oh, should we have a look inside my bag of talents? Well, oh, yeah, oh, one of my best talents. This is somebody hugging somebody else. So if you think you're really good at giving really lovely warm hugs and cuddles, maybe you could use that talent this week to give hugs and cuddles to somebody who's perhaps feeling a bit down, or who you think really could do with cheering up and having a lovely cuddle with you this week. Should we see what else is coming out of my bag? Oh, I can hear that person reading really, really loudly. Let me find that talent. Oh, it's hiding away, that one. Here it is. Oh, here is somebody reading. So if you think you're really, really good at reading, why don't you read a book to somebody that is perhaps feeling a bit low or something, or perhaps they really enjoy hearing your favourite stories and you could cheer them up by doing that this week. What else? Sounds like lots of music. Oh, and lots of footsteps. I think it might be dancing. Let me have a look. Is there a talent in here of people dancing? There is. So if you think you're really good at dancing, why don't you try to use your talent this week and maybe make people happy through your dancing? Maybe you could do a show for your grown-ups, or you could, in the playground, do some fun little moves with your friends and make up a dance to show the rest of your class or something like that. It would be fun. Oh, I can hear what sounds like wheels going round. Oh, definitely something going over some mud. Let me see what that is. I can't think what that is. Oh, of course, it's bike riding. So if you're really good at bike riding, why don't you practice that and make your talent even better? And maybe, what else could you do with that talent this week? Maybe you could ask a friend who is perhaps feeling a bit sad this week, or perhaps you could ask somebody who you're not really friends with but you'd really like to be friends with, or somebody in your class who doesn't have so many friends, and you could ask them to go bike riding with you sometime. That would be a nice thing to do with your talent. Oh, I can hear somebody saying some really kind words. Oh, they're being really, really nice to other people. I wonder what that talent is. Let's have a look. That's it, it's caring for other people. Maybe if your talent is caring for other people, you could use that talent this week and do some really nice things for some other people. Maybe like this little picture, you could look after somebody who's feeling a bit ill. Or maybe you could be really kind to somebody in your class who finds work a bit difficult. You could offer to help them, or show them around the school if they get lost or something like that. Lots of things I'm sure you could do. Oh, let me see. Something else in here. It sounds like pots and pans kind of clanking. Oh, and it sounds like a bit like kind of kitchen noises coming out. I wonder what that could possibly be. What talent might that be? Oh, that's it, it's cooking. So if you think your talent is cooking, why don't you offer to help your mummy or daddy this week, or whoever looks after you at home, to do some cooking? And maybe you could also help to do the cleaning up afterwards, because that's always something really important. So I think that's everything out of my bag of talents. But lots and lots of things for you to think about there. I wonder what your talents are. Now, over on our website, I've put up a little sheet that you could have some fun filling in this week if you'd like to. It looks a little bit like this, and it says, how can you use your talents for God? And then you've got a little chart to fill in. So you write your talent here. So if, for example, what should we choose? Maybe if you're really good at dancing, you could put that here. And then it says, how can I use my talent to help somebody else? So you'd write down, maybe you could do a show for your grown-ups to cheer them up, or you could involve the person at school who nobody plays with very much and make them happy. And then you could put a tick here when you've used your talent this week to help somebody else. And I wonder how many of you can fill up the whole page with all your talents and how you've helped other people. So I hope you've really enjoyed our time together today, and I hope you can spend a little bit of time thinking about all those lovely things that you're good at and all those things that God has helped you be really, really amazing at, and how you can use them to bring happiness and joy to other people this week. That's all from me today, so thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye!